Greetings. I want to begin another branch of this channel, and that is going to be something far more catered towards a basic education about data through graphs and charts and tables. I have noticed that a surprisingly large percentage of adults, and including adults who are professionals in non-quantitative fields such as doctors and lawyers, surprisingly, do not have a good ability to read graphs and charts. I might have assumed previously that this was only the bottom 20-25% of adults, but now I think it's more like the bottom 80% of adults. But in addition to that, there is a form of education that can be optimized through a playlist type of model of various types of data representations so that the totality of that playlist is much more than the sum of the individual parts. So this will take the form of shorter videos where I describe a graph or chart and the implications of the data presented therein. Now, longtime viewers of this channel might find this to be relatively easy and straightforward, and you may wonder, why is he just describing a graph or chart? But keep in mind that the early videos of this channel have been catered towards a very elite tier of intelligence, and that is not the middle part of the bell curve in terms of viewership. I also want to further the acceleration of education for children, and therefore a lot of these videos are going to be useful for an intelligent child who is as young as 11 or 12. And by watching the videos of this playlist, a person's general intelligence as well as their quantitative skill is going to experience a very rapid acceleration. Now, since this playlist will have an exponential effect, somewhat analogous to Metcalfe's law, where the value of a network increases as a square of the number of nodes, the value of this video playlist will increase as a square of the number of nodes. So in the beginning, it won't seem like much. This playlist will not seem very profound when it has only the first 3 or 5 or 7 or 10 or 20 videos. But after it gets to 50 videos, 100 videos, then the exponential network effect of the value created will manifest. And therefore each video should be seen as not a standalone video in its own right, but rather a building block that builds a larger structure, or a cell that creates a multicellular organism, or an atom that creates a complex organic molecule. Whatever comparison you want to make, the whole will be much more than the sum of the individual parts. And this playlist should be watched in two ways. One, as a randomized set of videos where you allow YouTube to shuffle the order of videos so you don't know which one is coming next, but as you keep watching it, your general knowledge will rise tremendously without you even realizing it because of all these subtle interconnections between the various videos as per how I have selected each of the videos. So when this playlist is 100 to 200 videos long, if you invest 6 to 10 hours in it, not all at once necessarily, but if you watch some portion of it every day, within 6 to 10 hours of time spent, your general knowledge across a wide range of subjects, many, many different subjects, will be substantially higher. So this is a frontier of educational disruption, because those of you who have watched this channel for a long time know that I believe education should be very low cost, and it is the natural order of things for information dissemination and the educational dimension of that to trend towards increasingly lower cost and eventually zero, because that is part of the first principles of the universe. You have to equip more intelligences with the means to produce further intelligence. Whether those are human intelligences or artificial intelligences or so forth, you have to keep allowing intelligence to multiply upon itself. So for longtime viewers who are expecting the standalone videos that I make, those will still be there, but those will be interrupted by a lot of videos with this blue thumbnail that has an episode number that represents a graph or chart that is a 3 to 4 minute description that then links to other videos in this chain, because it is meant to be watched as a playlist. Each of these videos on a standalone basis is just the description of a graph in a manner that may seem simple to the existing subscribers of this channel. I've also done some mathematical projections based on my YouTube channel data. It does appear that I need to get to about 700 videos before this channel will be large in size. Some people are lucky and they get to a large size within their first 50 videos or so, but that was not going to be the case with my subject matter. And so far, I'm only about 1/3 of the way towards 700 videos, and I don't want this to take 4 or 5 more years. So we're going to hack that problem with this playlist, which is also part of the broader channel. The old style videos will continue as well. This will just be an additional branch on top of that that has adapted towards the changes in the YouTube algorithm in 2023. which is a very different algorithm than in 2017 or 18 or 19. So with this introduction of what Data University is, again, I encourage everyone to just watch the playlist as it grows, or even just wait until it's a certain size. Wait until it's 50 videos and don't bother with it until that time. And watch it in a shuffled fashion or a randomized video fashion so you don't know which video is going to be next. If you spend time on this, there's a tremendous return on effort for each hour you spend in this, because it will take just a few hours for this to have a truly explosive effect on your general knowledge. You will become very knowledgeable in a lot shorter time than you thought possible because of how I have structured these videos and the interconnections between them. So with that, this was the orientation for Data University, episode 1. I hope you find what follows to be very, very useful. Thanks for watching.